I would like you guys to tell me why Mike Babcock has decided to make William Nylander his whipping boy.
Because he's just decided to. Like so many things, he's just decided to.
That's not a good enough reason.
Yeah, well, I disagree.
That's
I don't understand it either. I mean, he has been their most consistent forward all season. I mean, this has not been a tough take for Jesse to take every single time, considering how up and down the rest of the forwards have been.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Kapanen had a great night last night, but he started the first 7 games like he wasn't even the same guy.
Kapanen's in the role he ought to be in.
Right. And Nylander's in the role he ought to be in, and that's where I take. You know what? Let's wrap this segment. Let's get into that. Hey, that's who that wore the crown for this week. Brought to you as always by Crown Royal. Next time the puck drops, why not?
Why not?
Generously treat your Leafs crew to a good old-fashioned Crown Royal old-fashioned. That's right, I said old-fashioned twice. Now, let's talk about that William Nylander situation because it did draw a lot of ire and a lot of takes. The takes were hot, piping, you might even say. Now, with William Nylander, you made a statement there about Kasperi Kapanen.
Yes.
Kasperi Kapanen is now what?
In the role he ought to be in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Third line, right winger.
Is William Nylander in the role he ought to be in?
Man.
The answer is yes.
He
is a
second line winger on
at worst he should be
31 teams.
You know what's funny? We've been giving him so much praise for the amount of points he's gotten this season, and I went and looked at it. I want to say it was before this game, and I went, yeah, like he's doing so much better. He's on pace for 52. 50. Okay, that's better than last year, but like he's supposed to be money in the bank 60. Money in the bank 60, and he's making money in the bank 60 money. And so the puck's not going in offensively. And the stats were there last year. It's just not going in. Okay, fine. And then this year, he's looking real good. But the puck's just not going in. So when the puck's not going in, he's defensively useless. Useless. And like, okay, well, he does good with possession. Here, listen, I cannot ignore the thing that my eyes are seeing. And I don't care if he has that play 9 times out of 10. Jesus Lord, he handed a goal to the Flyers. Mm-hmm. Handed a goal to the Flyers. I'd rather him give the puck away by accident and put it right on his stick, tape to tape, than just not giving a shit.
For that reason, though, the puck's not going in, but skill-wise, he's in the position he should be. He should be playing with Matthews. He's a top 2 winger, whatever in his position, whatever. Where I'm trying to go with this is the instant reaction from people is, well, Cody Ceci blows stuff all the time. And actually, we'll talk about that pairing. Sure. But you had a reaction in your video, the LFR last night, which was so funny about, I forget how you reacted to Cody Ceci.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? But hang on.
Sorry.
On. Kapanen is in the role he's supposed to be in. Nylander's in the role he's supposed to be in. Ceci is not. And if you don't think Leafs brass knows that,
oh my God,
you're out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Sure.
Hold on.
They also deserve criticism for putting him in that role.
Yes.
Yep.
You cannot. Okay. You can. I get the Nylander benching because Nylander is playing in a position he should be. If you're saying that Cody Ceci, who is objectively failing at the position he's playing, should be playing that position, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. And you could ask me why the Leafs keep playing him there. Believe me, I don't know.
Big block on the PK last night in overtime, which should be mentioned, but 99% of the time, he's stunning.
The point is, you bench guys who are not playing well in the roles that they're set up to be playing in. I don't think Cody Ceci is meant to be playing where he is. So if you want to make that comparison, William Nylander gets benched because that's the position and the role he should be playing, and he blew it. Cody Ceci's not going to get benched because that is not the role he's prepared for. That's not the role he should be playing. And that's not the role he's good enough for. And I can almost guarantee Travis Dermott's taking that spot. Almost guarantee it. It's happening, guys.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you would continue to play Ceci there.
I tell you what, if the plan is to keep him there all year, tuck the season in. It's done. He's that bad. He's not an NHL player. I am fascinated to see what kind of a contract he gets next year and whether or not it's written in Cyrillic.
If Paul
No
Fenton was,
NHL team can watch him this season and be like, for sure, we're signing you.
If Paul
to
Fenton
even
was
league
still a
minimum.
GM.
He's terrible.
if Paul Fenton was still a GM, I would say he'd sign him.
Oh my, yeah,
Call him a
first
lizard.
round pick, first round pedigree. No, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, so
I had no idea.
But the only thing I would say is that William Nylander's not playing poorly. He had
so
one poor play.
let me try to justify that.
Yeah.
So Cody Ceci, they know he's not in the role he ought to be. The defense is well, it's not great to
awful.
begin with.
It's not the best.
It's not great to begin with.
Yeah.
They're not playing well, and also Muzzin's out. So certain guys are having to play a little bit more, and the Leafs are constantly on the penalty kill. And right now he's on the penalty kill, so they keep having him out there. Okay, fine, whatever. Austin Matthews blowing his coverage on that goal. John Tavares is out. All right. Babcock blew the doors off by having Matthews play 22 minutes or whatever, which is blowing the doors off by Mike Babcock standards. Okay, fine. Who's hurt on the right wing? No one. No one. So if you suck, I'm going to replace you with any old bum. He didn't even replace him with a right winger, didn't he? He was just like, Timashov, sure, you go.
take your big ass out there.
The point was to be like, all right, who has the least secure spot on this team? I'll just replace you with them.
But one of the things as a coach and as a manager, you have to know how to manage your people. I don't think benching William Nylander is going to make him make that play.
So we're at a crossroads then. So like either he will play for you or he won't. And you got to decide who stays and who goes. I'm not saying to trade William Nylander, but like, listen, there has to be a happy medium between goatee sunglasses who say he's useless and everyone who thinks the sun shines out of his ass. Except for you. Because he's just not what some of you think he is. He's not a completely useless player, and he's not a completely flawless player. This guy, that whole allegedly top line, which once Tavares, Marner, Hyman is healthy, you cannot justify that Matthews, Johnsson, Nylander is the top line.
I don't think that line's been the same since, and I hate to say this, since Zach Hyman left. That line did not play well
he's
together
clearly
last year.
Very important.
Like,
And it's not playing well this year. And I know that sounds weird. Me from 2 years ago would be like, what the hell are you talking about?
They look, Matthews and Nylander in particular look so bad when they don't have the puck.
Yes.
So bad. And again, Matthews is making touch of God money.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see that last night. And it was the second time this season where Babcock has actually been like, here, I'm going to play a whole big bunch, and zeros across the board.
Did you have a problem with the final shot for the Leafs on in overtime when Matthews kept the puck and he didn't pass it to Marner, who was open in the slot?
I'm trying to remember.
It was the three of them coming back down. Marner was right in the middle in his stick up, and Matthews kept it for the shot.
I don't know.
And then they raced back to the other end.
That might have been part of the plan. Like sometimes you raise your stick for like the fake.
But then the guy who raced back to the other end was Mitch Marner, and Matthews stayed in the corner.
Oh, there were two back checks, and
that's
Matthews
as
was
the
one of them.
center.
I was like, "It's overtime.
You have
leave it
to
all
back check.
out there. Like there's no way you're that." Oh,
I got to tell you, I think if you're going to do the pass shoot, it's not to Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner's got to be doing the passing. So I'll take Matthew's shot any day over
my
Marner's.
problem is he didn't do anything after he shot the puck. He stood in the corner, and the play went the other way.
Yeah.
And Mitch Marner, the winger on the play, is the one who did the back check.
Mitch didn't look great on the second
Matthews
goal, but
doing
like
anything
he had an
when he
honest
doesn't have
effort.
the puck?
Yeah, no, and Marner like should be commended because he, like he has taken a couple really shitty penalties recently, but he does try. He's trying. It's sometimes chaotic energy and a little bit misplaced. He's not magnificent defensively. I don't think he's the Selke candidate that some people think he is, but he makes an effort, and I'm not seeing the same growth from Willie, and I'm not seeing the same growth from Austin even. Mm-hmm.
And I
without the puck.
I think the issue is a lot of people are like, okay, well, three of their better players are out, and that's true. Tavares is an irreplaceable guy on this team.
Yep.
Muzzin is an irreplaceable guy on this team.
Fine.
Hyman is obviously an irreplaceable guy on this team. But let's just put that in perspective. Every team has that. Every team's got injuries.
And what about those injuries makes you throw a limp noodle at Travis Sanheim? Nothing about any of those injuries has anything to do with your effort.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with your give a shit level.
And so-
they just don't look like they do when they don't have the puck.
What I think in summation of what you're saying here is most of the criticism leveled at William Nylander is obnoxious and probably too far. However, it's not unfair to criticize him.
No.
And that's what happens online is that you've got people who are like, well, this is crap. And I think wasn't there like didn't Colby Armstrong suggest trading him this week? And it was a really it was a bad suggestion. I believe it was. I don't know. And then somebody else somebody had a Toffoli for Nylander. Toffoli's not playing in L.A.
Yeah.
He's not playing in L.A. He's not playing in Toronto.
no.
But regardless of that, just because a player is overly criticized, which we can all agree William Nylander is, doesn't mean he is beyond criticism.
He's probably
No.
disproportionately criticized.
Of course he is.
And the fact that, he makes one mistake and he gets bit for it, I get it. But it was a terrible mistake. And with injuries right now, some guys aren't replaceable.
I also
He
don't
is.
think his coach knows how to manage him.
No, well, like,
But I also-
I don't,
clearly
I
it's
don't
not,
think his coach knows how to manage anybody really on
It's
that
not
team
sinking
because
in, is it?
he's not able to get them motivated. Even on good games where they look great, they don't look great for the whole game.
Let me tell you this,
and that's
though.
a coaching
I don't
problem.
think, and I agree with you, but I don't think that was for Willie only. I think that benching was a message to the rest of the team.
That's fair.
I don't
Yeah?
think.
Okay.
I think that there's more to that. And Mike Babcock doesn't he have a psychology degree?
something like that.
Yeah, so like he's all about like mind games, right? And not in a manipulative way, but coaches have to manipulate, right? That's part of motivation is a manipulation.
Yeah.
And I wonder if benching him, it's like, okay, we're not afraid to bench one of our big three here up front. Well, big four, I guess. And if
It's not like he's benching Tavares.
no,
Yeah.
well, he wouldn't have to bench
no,
Tavares.
Yeah.
he
But-
really wouldn't.
But
You're right.
But I think that there was more to that than just Willie in a vacuum. I think it was
Yeah.
more like everybody wake up. But because here's the thing: if Babcock, I don't think Matthews earned it. He's blown some coverages. I don't think Matthews has earned a benching this year. But I feel like Babcock's at the point now where he would.
You know what Matthews has earned?
If that was Matthews blowing that same play,
Yeah.
I bet Matthews doesn't play the next shift. I bet
I
he
hope
doesn't.
so.
You know what Matthews has earned? Once Tavares comes back, playing behind him for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
There's no...
Yeah.
Dude, he's not the same player two-way. He gave Tavares, the Tavares line, the Bergeron assignment, because him and Nylander, at least together, well, that's a little different. Nylander had to play center because Kadri decided to do that thing again.
Let's not get into it.
Yeah, let's not open old wounds. But Matthews and Nylander would get eaten alive, and a couple times in recent memory, we've seen Babcock be forced to use those two against that line, and they get destroyed. They're not useful without the puck. Mm-hmm. They're just
also-
straight up unuseful.